Hello and welcome to this video where I'm going to share my experience of doing the Wim Hof breathing technique, Wim Hof breathwork for 7 days straight. So I actually did a little more than 7 days. I completed 10 days actually. Today is like my 10th day of doing this. And one of the biggest lessons that I learned from doing the Wim Hof breathing technique is that I am actually capable of experiencing discomfort. I am capable of handling discomfort in my body, and that it is safe for me to experience any kind of physical discomfort. The reason why that's such a big thing in my life is because if you watched my previous videos, I was talking about how I'm navigating change and I can feel like change happening in my bones. And honestly, I've been through this before. The same thing happened and the same feelings I felt back in 2021. And honestly, I was terrified back then. And I feel that feeling of terror. So dramatic. I feel that, feeling of discomfort and just like being afraid again in my body. And I wanted to challenge myself to do this breath work because I wanted to expand my capacity for discomfort, because I believe that if you are afraid of change, if you are afraid of negative feelings and negative circumstances happening in your life, you're just inviting more of that in, because I believe that we are given challenges, we're given discomfort in our life so we can understand that we are bigger than that. And this is also what Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about, right? It is to become greater, to become bigger than your environment. And I feel like in the past few months, I have sort of been living based on the facts of my life. And I guess in law of assumption talk, that is identifying too much with your 3D reality. And I was not able to see beyond that. And I think that doing this breath work for 10 days straight, I told myself that I would do it for 7 days, but I ended up doing 10 days of it. And I might continue. I'm just also incorporating other stuff into my routine. I'm meditating regularly as well right now. I am also tapping, of course, every single day. I always tap. But I must say that breath work leaves no room for any intrusive thoughts to enter your mind. I mean, when you're holding your breath for 30 seconds, for 1 minute, for 90 seconds, there is no room for you, for any thoughts to enter, because you're so present in that moment of discomfort, essentially. But I was able to increase my capacity to hold my breath from like 20 seconds in day one up to just 1 minute 30 seconds. I think I hit like 1 minute 22. So I haven't really hit like 90 seconds yet, but I know that with practice, and if I do this more regularly, that I will expand my capacity for essentially discomfort, right? When you're holding your breath, it sucks. Like, it feels very hard. But I'm just really in awe that a simple practice like breathwork, and in particular Wim Hof's breathwork, because there's so many other types of breathwork, I'm just in awe that Wim Hof's breathwork has almost reduced my fear of change to zero. Like, I have no fear of moving into my next chapter in my body. And I know that I'm actually getting chills talking about this, because I know that when I first started thinking about moving into this new chapter of my life and, trying something new, terrified me, and it made me just not take any action, right? Like, I was just procrastinating because I was like, I don't want to fail. Like, I'm afraid to fail if I do this, But I think by day 10 of doing this breath work, I cannot find that feeling in my body. And even talking about it right now, it's almost like talking about a different version of me that simply doesn't exist anymore in this moment. Will those fears come up again? Could the doubts come up again? Like all those fears and doubts that I felt in day one? Sure. But it's not about not letting those fears, enter your field ever again, or not feeling or thinking of them again. It's actually about what you're going to do when those fears come up. I find that I'm able to deflect these thoughts so fast now. It's like if these fearful or negative thoughts come up, I'm just able to breathe through them. Like I'm able to kind of bounce back really quick and just tell myself everything is okay. Like everything is fine. The difference between people that actually get what they desire and the people that don't is the people that get what they want don't let these negative thoughts or circumstances be greater than them. So they're able to kind of look at them as almost like they're able to look at themselves like a third person that's experiencing life almost like a game. And they're able to sort of look beyond what they're going through. And they're able to hold a vision of their desire so strongly in their body and their mind that they just have no choice but to live the reality that they desire. And it's not about eliminating your fears or doubts, because yes, you are a soul having a human experience and you are a soul first. But because you're having a human experience, these feelings are gonna come up and they're okay. So if you teach your body that it's safe to feel the doubts, it's safe to feel the fears. And I also see a lot of parallels between breathwork and EFT tapping. In EFT tapping, we very rarely try to change anything. Like even when it comes to tapping on the positive, it's not necessary. It's nice to feel all those positive feelings, but it's not entirely necessary for the tapping to work. What we're doing in EFT tapping, and I find this with breathwork as well, is that you're meeting yourself in that moment. No matter how you're feeling, no matter what you think is possible for you, you're accepting yourself fully in that moment. You're accepting yourself exactly as you are, and you're saying, even though I feel this way, I still love myself. I forgive myself and I accept myself. And I think that is the key to true change and true transformation, is when you're able to accept where you are in the present moment, because that's the only place where you can create, right? I think Joe Dispenza really drilled this into my brain, and that is, there is no other way that you can create your future than in the present moment. You don't create the future from the future. And even when you're thinking about the future, you're thinking of it from the present moment. And when you get to your future later on, it's also going to be the present moment then, right? So it's like, there's no point in wanting to know your future if your future depends on who you're being in this present moment. And I think breathwork really taught me that. It really taught me the importance of the present moment. It taught me that who you're being and what you're doing in this moment is more important than living in the past or living in your future, even though it's amazing to have a plan and it's amazing to have a desire in your heart, but also having that aspect of not knowing, that aspect of, I don't know what might happen, but I know that everything is going to be okay. I think that it really taught me to surrender as well. My ears are ringing, so I take that as confirmation from spirit. Yes. Oh my God. That's usually like how spirit talks to me. It's like when my ears ring or my nose gets really itchy, and like my nose has been itchy the whole time today, and it's like, I'm trying to get them to like send me messages in different ways, but it's not working. Like sometimes when my nose is itchy, I'm like, okay, I get it. Or when I'm talking to someone and they're telling me something and I'm itching my nose, I'm like, okay, spirit is here. But yeah, that's my woo-woo side, okay? So I've really enjoyed the past 10 days and I think I might continue. Will I continue every single day? I would like to. I would like to. But I think I also want to try some different types of breath work. I would love to eventually try cold plunging. Don't take my word for it, but I really don't like the cold. That's something about me. But again, you know, the cold, I'm sure has something to teach me. But anyway, I just wanted to share that little nugget of wisdom that I got from breathwork. Thank you so much for following my journey. Let me know what I should try next. What should I do in this series of Silkina Tries It All? Why am I doing this like I'm a witch? I am a witch, but like, yeah, that just looks evil. But anyway, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you also want to try breath work. I actually highly recommend it. I recommend that you try breath work, and I would love for you to share your experience in the comments below. I've been tapping on camera this whole day, so like my neck is a little stiff because I've been sitting here and tapping. So I'm gonna move around. I'm gonna go for a walk maybe. I need to eat. I'm really hungry. But thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to support you more in 2025. I want to serve more people. So I really want to help with whatever that you're going through. And I really want to learn also to expand my capacity to serve more people, right? And serving more people means being okay with more responsibilities. And I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that in 2025. Whatever that you're going through, and if you need help, please comment below. I would love to help you with whatever that God wants me to, you know, however God wants me to serve. Oh my God, that sentence was so long-winded. But anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, because I know that if you've watched this video and you didn't subscribe, I can feel it. So subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.